This week we're back to basics, beginner tips, and today's video is all about how we grip the golf club. I'm going to give you a step-by-step beginner's guide about how we can hold the golf club, make sure it's in our fingers, not the palm, and our positioning on the club too. So straight away, we're going to talk about how we want to hold this golf club in our lead hand, so our glove hand. Now, you might be wondering why I've got my old tatty practice bag in front of me. Well, there's only for one reason only. To explain how we're going to hold this golf club. Now, if I ask you to go, next time you go to the driving range, go and pick up your basket of balls, how would you pick it up? Number one, would you pick it up through the palm and lift it and hold it like so? So the base of this strap is running through my palm. Or would you go down to the basket of balls, pick it up, get the basket in your fingers and lift the basket up? I'm going to answer it for you. It's definitely number two. So this is exactly the same when we're gripping the golf club. So the really nice simple drill in terms of where we want the club to be, because if we get it too much in our palm, it really limits our leverage of this golf club. So how can we actually do this with the golf club? Well, firstly, let's show you the basket, and then let's get a golf club to show you how we can correctly take hold of this golf club. So straight away, I want you to pick up a basket or an object with quite a thin base around it, or a thin handle. I want you to now grab it with your left hand, get the base of it into the fingers, pull it up, then place the right hand on as well. So straight away you'll notice a couple of things here. One, I'm addressing it and I'm getting the base of this handle into the base of my fingers or in my fingers. But then also, as I'm doing this, my hands are quite close together with my non-glove hand and my glove hand. So straight away, my first point is how we want to hold this golf club. So let me grab a golf club now and show you from that perspective. So we're going to remind ourselves, we're going to firstly pick up the basket with our left hand, and just left hand only, base of the fingers. Get a feeling for that weight being through the fingers. Basket down. I want you to now, and this is a really simple way of doing this, club up into the air, into the fingers, hand over. So straight away, I've got this golf club into the fingers or into the base of my fingers, not running through the palm. And that is my first point of call. We really need to make sure we've got this club in our fingers or the base of our fingers. Now I want to talk about the positioning of our hands. Now, if we look at the whole spectrum of grips throughout the PGA Tour and the European Tour, there are plenty of players who have a very weak grip, like Jon Rahm. There are plenty of players who have a very strong grip. So I want to just talk about a simple guide if you're brand new to this golf game, or if you're someone who just wants to kind of a check up on their grip. How's a really nice way of holding it in terms of the positioning left and right on this golf club. So we know straight away that we're getting the club into the fingers. Now, what I really like to see is, I like to have a position where I've got 2.5 knuckles on my left hand, my lead hand, so my glove hand. Right-handed player, left-handed player, on your glove hand, I want 2.5 knuckles showing. From here, I like to really feel as though I've got the crease to my thumb, my forefinger, pointing at my ear or my right shoulder, because this really gives me a nice hold of the golf club because I got it in the fingers and the pad on top. But also, it gives me what I kind of like to call a medium grip. It's not overly strong and it's not very weak. And for me, I would like you to always favour to a medium to strong for most players, purely because your slices of the golf ball, I think it will definitely help you in terms of strike. So then, the second thing I want to do now we've got the left hand on, I want you to place your right hand on. Now, what I really like to feel is that the left and right hands are quite close together. So you'll notice here, as I pull this up into the air, I've not got a lot of distance between my first finger and my little finger on my right hand. They're very, very close together. So what I want you to feel here is, whether you're interlock, overlap or baseball, we've not got a lot of distance between the little finger on our left hand and the first finger on our right hand. So we don't want a lot of distance. Can we feel as though they're as close together as possible without making it silly? So if I'd show you close to the camera here now, that would be how I'd take my hold from this perspective. Now down at the golf ball, I like to feel like I get the crease between my thumb and my forefinger pointing into my right shoulder again. And this golf club is feeling like it's in the fingers, so the basket trick. I'm really feeling as though that crease between my thumb and my forefinger points into my right shoulder. So we've got two V's. The two V's on my two thumbs point into my right shoulder. Easy as that. Simple tip that's going to really give you a grip check if you're someone who's been struggling with their grip or feels like it's moving. But if you're someone who's brand new and you really don't know how to hold a golf club, play this check. Grab the basket, make sure the two V's are pointing into your right shoulder for a right-handed player, into your left shoulder for a left-handed player, to really give you a good, solid hold of this golf club. Really simple tips today.